Hey guys, Brett here with Custom Offsets. Got another episode of Lifts and Levels for you. This is a 6-inch BDS kit for 2015 and up, I believe, is what it's for. F-150, we'll have to double check on that one. I always forget the year ranges on F-150s when they switch to the aluminum body and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, this is a 6-inch kit here. Upgraded to the Fox 2.0 shocks on this one. Kit comes standard with the BDS NX2 shocks. Customer decided to upgrade to the Fox, and then we're just going to run through the rest of the components here. Started off right here. These are the front differential drops. Of course, you need those to drop the front differential down to help with those CV axle angles, and then these are going to be part of the diff drop as well, and this is part of the sway bar drops. We got our new lift knuckles here, and then the strut spacers, which are going to provide the lift up front. Unfortunately, BDS does not offer a strut replacement yet. They haven't for a while. I'm not really sure exactly why, but it'd be nice to see a strut replacement. Although there is companies out there who do offer a strut replacement. That would be Falcon. They actually offer their own struts that will work on a 4 and 6 inch lift. Front CV or front drive shaft spacer here as well. Got the new differential skid plate. Let's see, I think he went with the 5-inch blocks in the rear. I believe they opt for 4 or 5-inch option. 4 inch is going to sit more level when the truck's done. 5 inches is going to leave the rear a little higher than the front. When you do the 5-inch, there's quite a bit more parts because you actually have to move the axle forward, so there's a relocation for the pin and whatnot. And then obviously we got our new lower control arm drop cross members here, which you can see standard BDS fashion with their textured black finish, which is a really nice finish. I actually really like it. And also one thing here, you'll see back here, these stack of spacers. This is for the carrier bearing drop, and that's going to be for trucks with a 2-piece rear drive shaft. It's optional, but it will be needed if you have a 2-piece rear drive shaft, and that's simply to drop that carrier bearing down to prevent any kind of a vibration. Really, that's about it. We're going to go ahead and get this installed. This customer's on a little bit of a deadline here, so we're going to go ahead and get that done. All right, guys, we got the 6-inch BDS system installed on the truck here on this F-150, and we're going to run through the components as they're installed here just to kind of give you an idea of what they look like on the truck and what they do. Obviously, the first thing you see probably is this brand new the BDS Knuckle here, which is designed to help correct the ball joint angles and then also correct when you drop the lower control arm down as well. Remember, the truck is at full droop here on the lift, so everything's pretty much maxed out at its max angle. And then you can see here these quite large brackets here. This is for the sway bar drops. What's kind of nice is they actually tie in here to the factory frame and then the new drop cross members as well, the new lower control arm drop cross members. So that's a nice little feature. I like when, you know, manufacturers tie in and brace things together like that. It seems to work really well. Up front, the lift is provided by the strut spacer up here, as you can see. And then pretty much all the other components for the front lift are going to include the differential drops, which are these brackets up here. It's going to drop the differential down and then help with your CV axle angles. Fords are a little more forgiving than Chevys and stuff like that when it comes to the CV axle angles because they have their vacuum hubs. We got our new differential skid plate here, and it's nice when, like I said, they tie into the 2 cross members as well. And then let's see what else. I believe they use, there's a front drive shaft spacer that BDS includes as well here, which is a piece that you need on the Ford since they have a Resepa joint as opposed to a standard or traditional U-joint or double cardan style U-joint. So they give you that CV spacer, or sorry, the drive shaft spacer there as well. And that pretty much rounds everything up front. The only thing I really don't like about these kits is what they did with the brake lines here. But it does work. They just give you this relocation bracket and kind of move everything over. In my opinion, it's not the nicest thing, but it does work. Moving to the back. Let's see, just the standard blocks in the back. However, BDS does offer 4 and 5-inch block for the rear to let you choose what kind of a stance you want after the truck's lifted. The 5-inch block, which is this, is going to leave the truck sitting tail high in the rear, so it's going to have a factory-like brake. And when you do that, it gets a little more complicated because you'll see here this plate up top. It actually eliminates one of the pins because Ford's use a 2-pin system in the rear, and they do this because it actually moves the axle forward a tad to help with the drive shaft engagement in the transmission. That's what they do that for, to move it forward a bit so the slip yoke isn't pulling out too far. It is a little more complicated when you do this because you have to take the springs apart pretty much and then put these plates in there and whatnot. And then Fox shocks in the rear, which is an upgrade. The customer decided to go with that. And that's going to be BDS 6-inch system for the F-150 here.